Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to share a pretty eye-opening story that happened not too long ago while I was at a local store. It involves a disabled man in a wheelchair and a girl who, well, let's say made a very questionable choice as she entered. This encounter really got me thinking about how we interact with one another, especially when we see someone who might be a little different from us. So grab a drink, kick back, and let's dive into this. Picture this, a bustling grocery store on a Saturday afternoon. People are everywhere, shopping carts rattling, kids running around, and that one cranky person in line who seems to be taking their time. You know the vibe. Now, let me introduce you to our main character today. Call him Brian. Brian is a super cool guy who uses a wheelchair due to a disability, but trust me, he doesn't let that define him. He's always up for a chat and can light up a room with his humor. Now, as I'm strolling through the aisles, I spot a girl entering the store. She looks like your typical high schooler, maybe around 17, wearing a hoodie, earbuds in, and scrolling through her phone. There's a slight bounce in her step, and you can tell she's not really paying attention to what's around her. Just a normal day, right? Well, keep that image in mind because what happens next is, well, let's just say it was unexpected. So, Brian is coming out of the store. He's just finished shopping and is happily chatting with a friend. Meanwhile, this girl, still glued to her phone, approaches the entrance. And out of nowhere, she gives Brian's wheelchair a good shove. I mean, she literally just pushes him as if he was an object rather than a person. Can you imagine that? The initial reaction was pretty wild. Everyone in the area stopped. Some shoppers gasped, a few chuckled nervously, and you could see people exchanging glances. Am I witnessing this for real? As for Brian, initially he was caught a bit off guard, and his expression was a mix of surprise and confusion. I remember him saying, "Did I just get pushed by a random girl?" And he wasn't wrong. On the other hand, the girl seemed to laugh about it at first, like it was all just a joke. She shrugged it off and shouted an apathetic, "Sorry," and walked into the store. Just like that, as if pushing someone in a wheelchair was the most casual thing in the world. It was shocking, to say the least. After that incident, the vibe shifted. People were still in disbelief. A couple of folks went over to Brian to check if he was okay, offering apologies on behalf of the girl. I saw one person, an older gentleman, actually confront the girl as she walked away, making a point about being considerate and kind. Brian, however, took it in stride. He laughed it off with a witty comment, saying, "Well, at least I know how to roll with the punches." But honestly, I could see it affected him. Events like this can leave a mark on a person, even if they try to play it cool. It's a valid reminder of how unpredictable things can be. For many people with disabilities, small moments can sometimes become bigger issues. They often face unintentional ignorance from others who just don't know better. This incident brought that reality right to the surface. Now, let's pause for a second. This whole situation got me reflecting on a vital lesson we all need to learn: empathy. It's really not that hard to extend a little kindness, but sometimes we get so wrapped up in our own worlds that we forget to think about others. Imagine if we all took a moment to consider how our actions could impact those around us. A simple act, like pushing someone unexpectedly, might not seem like a big deal, but for someone like Brian, it can have a much deeper emotional impact. We need to remember that behind every smile or laugh, there might be a story or struggle that we're not aware of. So, next time you're out and about and you see someone different from you, especially someone with a disability, take an extra moment to reach out or just show understanding. A smile, a wave, or even just a friendly hello can really make someone's day. To wrap this up, the encounter between Brian and that girl was more than just an odd moment at a store. It's a reflection of how we should all strive to treat each other kindly, respectfully, and with empathy. Remember, everyone has their own battle, and a little kindness goes a long way. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Have you ever witnessed or experienced something similar? And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more stories and insights. Thanks for joining me today, and let's continue to spread kindness wherever we go.